Hey, Bailey, I got your code you emailed me. Let me run this and let's talk through it. All right, I've got define main. Here's your message that you've typed. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer, Ace Ventura. Oh, I need to, yeah, fix the indentation since I copied and pasted. I think it lost it. So you set up an empty list to put the coded message in. So you print this is the encoded message, and for M in message, so it's going to go through each character one by one as the loop is called end. And to the list, you're adding whatever the ASCII value is of each character as it goes through this message. And then you print it, and you go through it with a loop and just print each character individually, each from your list. And then you print, this is the decoded message. And you didn't print a decoded message, you just printed what you typed as the message, because we didn't actually decode anything. Decoding means take the ASCII and turn it back into characters. Let's run this. Oh, wait, this needs to be indented. Again, that's probably because I copied and pasted it, lost the indentation. Run program. Okay, there it is. There's all of your ASCII code, and then what you put at the bottom where you just printed your message. So if you wanted to print all this ASCII code with just a list, we can, let me do this. I'm gonna move this and say print code message. Let's just print your list. So we'll hit run. See, that added this line. I printed the whole list, and then it did your loop where it prints them individually. I just added an extra print statement. So you can do this instead of doing all this print C and code message. We'll take out that print statement and don't need all those. Now, we do want to use this loop though, because we need to decode the message. So let's get a place to save that decode message. So I'm creating an empty variable, just like you created an empty list to store all the ASCII code. I'm going to create an empty variable to store all the letters. So for C encode message. So I'm going to go decode message will equal whatever it already had in it plus, and then I want to do the character C. See, up here we did the ORD, which changes it to ASCII. This changes it from ASCII back to a character. For C encode message, decode message equals decode message plus the character. That's how I'm adding. It's kind of like appending, adding to the end. Take whatever decoded message was, and to the end, add whatever the next character is. So it'll add each character one by one. Let's see. Okay, so I took out your loop that prints it. So here's the encoded message. This is not the decoded message though yet, because we just created it, but you're still printing the original message. Let's change it to print this instead. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it right here. Now let's print whatever the decode message is. All right, so that's what we're creating right here as we turn all of these ASCII characters back into letters. So let's run it and see if it works. There it is. This is the decoded message. I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. Ace Ventura. And notice it has all the spaces and everything in there because 32 is a space. So when it took your original message, every time it got to a space, it converted that to a 32. IF space I apostrophe M space. So that's what yours was missing originally. If you don't have the 32s in there, it puts everything right together because you didn't tell it there's a space. But this is the decoded message. Notice, because we never printed message now. This is what you typed. We took your original message and you changed it to ASCII right there. And now it's saved right here in this, which we printed right there. And we saw that it was all saved in your list. So then we took your list right here, decode message, and we converted it using the CHR command back to actual characters. And that's what we printed, decode message, which was empty until we filled it up with characters. So you were close. You didn't have it quite decoded yet. You just printed this twice. And that's what I'm seeing very common in there. That's what I'm trying to help students understand. Encode it and decode it. And that's what you need to print. None of this was anything you originally typed. This was all created by your program. This was all created by your program using this. So the only thing you typed was the headings, which is great. So I will copy this and put it back into an email, send it back to you. And otherwise, good job.